I grew up on a farm in South Africa, and I spent most of my younger years either camping in the bush for days at a time, hunting, fishing, and of course helping out on the farm. It wasn't very large. It was about 49 acres, which in fact I don't think is considered a farm in South Africa. I think it needs to be over 50 acres, so it was a small holding. But we made good use of the space. We had a lot of animals. We had chickens, ducks, geese. We had sheep, cows. We also had a lot of pigs, which is mainly what we farmed at the time. We also had a lot of guinea fowl that my dad considered pets for some reason. We also had a 1 acre plot of land that we dedicated to growing vegetables, which was awesome. We had asparagus, cabbages. There was a small orchard in there as well with naartjies and oranges. And it was a lovely way to grow up. It was a lot of hard work as well, which I didn't appreciate too much at the time as a young person, but I certainly do today. In 2000, I moved to the UK to pursue my IT career, and I stayed in a small flat share with my best mate Craig. It got a little depressing after a while, purely because there was no outdoor space, no greenery, and I promptly moved out to a place that we could actually have a small garden. I was able to, again, have my braais, and I felt a little bit better about life. Gradually over time, I actually moved further and further away from central London, eventually moving outside of London completely. For the last 5 years, Mrs. ChilliChump and I have lived in Bedfordshire, where we had a beautiful home about 1/4 of an acre in size for the total land space. And it gave us a lot of opportunities to do the things that we wanted to do. But we always knew the long-term plan was to get even more space than that. And that leads us to here. We have moved even further north, further away from London, and we have got ourselves about 1 acre of land with a beautiful home, and it just gives us so much possibility. First thing we needed to do was get our greenhouse up and running. We are planning to, of course, expand how many chili plants we can grow. And when I say we, it's Mrs. ChilliChump and myself. She's really taken this on and is excited about the future of what we're getting ourselves into here. And that's amazing that I'm able to share that with the person I love, and that she's able to share my passions with me. This is the smaller of the two greenhouses, and the one we had to get up very quickly. This is the same model as the greenhouse I had previously. It's from Rhino. The one I had before was 16 foot by 8 foot. This one is 20 foot by 10 foot. A little bit wider, so I can actually get through later on in the season. If you remember, in about June or September time, it's pretty impossible to walk down the middle of my greenhouse because I'm just covered over with plants. I decided this time to go with some staging. The staging that I'd built previously, it's the shelves that I had, will be used probably in the bigger greenhouse. I have staging in there as well, but there's a lot of space there, and again, I have quite a few ideas. This smells like compost in here, which isn't the worst smell in the world, but this is quite strong. It has chicken manure in there, so it's actually quite smelly. But this is looking good. This took a long time to build. It is rather large, and it was just my wife and I building it until the sun went down pretty much every night that we had an opportunity, and during Easter weekend as well. So this slab over here, there's not much to see. It's just a big old slab, although I can show you something. This will have the other greenhouse. This is going to be 20 foot by 30 foot, so a large one. And I'm looking forward to it arriving. I have no idea when it will arrive, but hopefully it won't be too much longer. This is the rest of the compost that's inside the other greenhouse. So what I wanted to show you here is this drainage channel. When I got the builders in to do the concreting, because that's not one of my fortes, I got a builder in to do that, and they've done a fantastic job. He suggested, well, what about having drainage? And it was a great idea. I don't know why I didn't think of it, but we've got drainage going in there, and it meets up with the drainage coming in from the other greenhouse as well. And that's only really for when I'm cleaning the greenhouse at the beginning and the end of the season. And I'm sure I'll find use for it as well during the season, but mainly that's what it's for. It's for when I'm cleaning. So this is a big old space, and yeah, Can't wait to get the greenhouse on here. It looks like I'm going to have to build it myself as well, with my wife's help, because getting any people to come and build it, looks like the earliest they could do it is maybe September, and I don't want to wait that long. I've gone with an IBC again, so I had 2 IBCs in the last place for water storage. There's one over here, there's 2 over there, and I've actually got 3 more on order. They should be arriving next week, and I need to figure out where I'm going to put them. I think I might have 3 IBCs over here, 2 IBCs by this greenhouse, because I think there's a lot of water that's going to come off it. So 2,000 litres, this one and the other one, and then 3,000 litres from this side, and that'll be enough for my irrigation. If we go around the corner here, we can have a look at another little bit of building that I've been doing, and this will be my workshop. I'll be able to do quite a few interesting things, I think, in terms of the experiments, some of the tinkering and inventing that I've done in earlier videos. I'll be able to use this workshop for that. So that's all set up. We have armored cable coming through. There will be a central switch box in this area, so that's why they're all coming through here, where we'll have the 2 greenhouses coming from there. Over here is a potting shed. Well, it will be a potting shed when it arrives. I believe this is actually coming at the end of April. And this is, of course, for potting. It's only a small one. It's about 6 foot by 12 foot. And yeah, I'll be potting up in here, and also I'll be starting my seedlings in here, I think, next year. We'll see how that goes. As you can see, I have got some cable going through there to the other shed. That's for the lights that I'll have in here, and we'll see how that works out. Yeah, it'd be nice to have a dedicated space. That's the main bit of work that we've done so far. We've got other plans as well, and I will share them with you over time. The big one for us at a later stage will be chickens. Can't wait to get some chickens, and that'll help us with obviously chicken manure, but also the eggs. We love to eat the eggs. This is interesting. Actually, I'll leave it to your imagination. Take a guess in the take a guess in the comments what you think that's for. I actually have another 2 of these coming soon, and those other 2 will be used for a different purpose, but this one here, I will be using it probably in the next video, and you'll see why. So yeah, put your guess in the comments below. That gives you a bit of a peek of our property, and also of some of our plans that we have in the future. I think that the content to come is just going to be really exciting. I can't wait to film it and share it with you guys, and I hope that you're looking forward to actually watching it. And you know, I have a lot of things that I have on my list of videos that I've been wanting to make, but I've been holding off because I knew that this move was in our future, and finally we're here and I can actually start getting them done. So a lot of exciting content to come. And obviously with the bigger greenhouses, I'm able to grow a lot more chilies, and that means a lot more hot sauces, a lot more recipes, a lot more experimenting. There's also some other types of content coming out soon that I'm sure you're going to love as well. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in future videos. I'm so excited about this. I hope you guys are too. And until then, stay safe and stay spicy.